Hey friends, see that? No snow, no frost. Can you hear the wind though? It is windy, it is cold. We're gonna go hide in the basement. Okay, it is way nicer down here in the basement. It is promising to get warmer next week. We're so close. I just gotta hang out a little bit longer. But today, while it is yucky and windy outside, we're gonna look at melon seeds. First, let's talk about watermelon. I have grown watermelon in my small city yard several years in a row now. I always use Sugar Baby early. It's 80 to 85 days to fruit. It's a 6 foot plus vine. These I will plant in my in-ground garden and I will just let them kind of wander around. They will end up taking up quite a bit of space. It says abundant 6 to 10 pound round icebox melons. These are really, really good. You can trellis them. I have trellised them 1 year and they did okay. They do better on the ground. So I will grow these in my garden this year. I don't exactly know where. I'll have to wait and see. These two have not grown before, but I do want to try them. This blacktail, up there, Blacktail Mountain, I got this from Baker Creek Seeds. And this one is a little bit bigger. It's a 12 pound fruit, red fleshed, very sweet. It's one of the earliest, which is I think one of the reasons I wanted to try it, because I want to find a melon that grows well in Michigan where I've got a shorter season. So I am going to try this Blacktail Mountain. I'm going to try one in my yard somewhere, and I'm going to try one at my mom's where she's got a lot more room. A way that you can grow watermelon in a smaller space if you don't have a lot of room is I actually plant this on the edge of my in-ground garden and then I let it grow out over the grass. So my husband doesn't like that because he's in charge of lawn mowing, but for me it works really well. I don't have to give it as much space. And then the third one that I'm going to try, this is a Crimson Sweet. I'm only trying this at my mom's house. It is a larger one, and I just want to see how big of a watermelon I can grow in my season because I've only grown the smaller ones before. So these three, my mom's in my house, Sugar Baby's here for me like normal. All right, watermelon. Now, as far as melons of the other variety, I am looking at these here, and I think I've already got them pretty much figured out. These are the three that I'm going to grow, and these are the three that I'm not. And let me tell you why I'm not going to do these ones first, because I have grown all three of these. So if you're wondering about these varieties, maybe this will help you out. This is called Kiki Chrysanthemum, and it is a very pale melon. I grew it. It did just fine. I got melons off it. Here's what I'm going to say about them. They're very bland. So for my family, we like just to eat them right off the rind. This is not the right melon for me. Now, if you like to use a melon for maybe desserts or turning it into sorbet or eating it with some kind of topping, some fruit topping or something, you might like this because it might take up a lot of other flavors because it doesn't have too much of its own flavor. For us, though, we're not going to do that one again. The second one I'm not going to do again is called Tigger. I got this one. It's an Asian melon, and it is striped. So it had like a darker orange, like a burnt orange, and then a bright orange striping on it. It was prolific. There was lots of them. They just were very, very bland. We didn't care for the taste of them compared to other ones we've done. The third one that I'm not going to do again is Plum Granny. It's the Queen Anne Pocket Melon. And here's the thing about this melon. This is the best smelling melon you're ever going to get. This smelled so, so good, but they were very, very small, and I had a hard time getting enough of them together for my family that were all at the same ripeness, if that makes sense. So I'd get one here or there that a kid could go pick, but as far as cutting it up and putting it on the table with a dinner with a family of my size, that did not work for us. Now, if it's just, maybe you and a spouse at home, or if you're the only one that likes them, maybe that'd be something that you'd like. But for us, it was not good for our situation. Now, here are the three that I'm going to grow. First one I'm going to grow is Minnesota Midget Melon. I love these. I've grown these for the last 4 years, I think. I've saved seed from them. They're fantastic. Instead, it's a small early heirloom, 3 to 4 foot vine. That's right. A 4 inch across melon. Perfect. So these are really good. If I pulled in maybe 2 of these, I could cut them into little slices and serve them for dinner as a side. They are a little bit bigger than those pocket melons I was just talking about. They're very sweet. Everybody likes them. They make relatively compact plants, which is good for me. A 3 to 4 foot vine is not that big. I have grown them in the garden only. This year I'm going to try and trellis them up one of those short fences I just put in the backyard and see how that works. But this is the one that if I had to pick one, this is the melon I would do. Works really well for me here up in the north. The other one I'm going to do is this pedigree. This one is bigger. This one would be like a 1 would serve my whole family. And I'm going to try this one again. I grew it last year and I was really attacked by animals out in the garden. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get this one up a trellis this year. So it's a fine French variety, the best quality, and it's a favorite. It's dense 2-pound fruit. So I am going to try and get a better idea. So this is take 2 on this one. Like I said, they got attacked by a lot of animals. The squirrels and rabbits got into the garden and did a number on these guys last year. So I want to give them a fair shake. So I'm going to try those ones again. And this one is a Kajaria melon. Now this melon is different. It's kind of more green on the inside. I have not successfully grown this yet, but it is a favorite among another YouTuber that I watch, and I'm kind of invested now in getting one. Very sweet, pale, fresh. It's just beautiful. How beautiful would this look crawling up a trellis? It's going to happen this year. It is. So I'm going to grow that one. So there's my 3 that I will grow, 3 that I won't. And I'm going to throw one more thing in here. We're going to talk about cucumbers real quick. In the past, I have grown several different kinds of cucumbers. A lot of the time when I first started out, I was looking at ones that said pickling variety because that's what I mostly do with them. Ava will eat them fresh here and there. Brett might take one in his lunchbox. But for the most part, I take them and I pickle them either whole or in slices. Do you need something? Oh, jeez. The girl's got a haircut. Stop, 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 stop. Okay. You got to settle down if you want to stay up here. So, here, look at the camera. Look. Oh, that's you. All right, you got to get down just for a second. Get down for a second. Okay. Sorry. The dogs are very excited. This is the one I'm going to grow now. Silver slicer cucumber. It is not traditionally a pickling cucumber. You can use it either way, which is what I kind of like about it. So if I pick these small, I can pickle them whole, or I can make them get a little bit bigger and pickle them as slices, or I can let them get very big and use them as a salad. And they are good any way. You don't have to pick them at any certain stage, which I really like because if I don't have a whole bunch of them, I can still use them, as they go. I'm not going to get stuck with 2 little ones and be like, okay, I got to pick those 2. I can let those 2 grow, let Ava munch on them as full-size cucumbers and wait for the next flush, which might be more, all the same size. So I'm not stuck with having to pick them at a certain size. It gives me more flexibility, which is great in a small space garden. So silver slicer cucumber for the win this year. I see the size of these tomatoes. Look at this greasy one. It is so big. Hopefully in 2 weeks, these are all going to be outside. I'm hoping that maybe by next week I can start hardening these ones off. At least my tomatoes, I have found, and this is only in my experience, do not trust this and kill your tomatoes if you don't want to. I have found that tomatoes can handle a little bit cooler of a temp than my peppers can. My peppers are going to stay here till they'll be the last thing out of the garden. But tomatoes, I plant them deep. So when I go plant this guy, I'm going to plant this whole stem. And I can very easily pop something on top of it if it's going to get chilly. They don't seem to mind quite as much as a pepper will. But we're not there yet. 1 more week. 1 more week. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you are staying warm and not rainy. And we will see you tomorrow.